Hello and welcome to the Webcast for Monday, May 12th. I'm South Ops meteorologist Jonathan O'Brien. Our weather roller coaster is continuing as we start this new week. The marine layer is still a little ragged, but rebuilding over Southern California. It's doing so ahead of a frontal system that you can see pushing into Northern California, and this is all associated with an unseasonably deep Pacific trough that's going to be bringing a dramatic cool down to the region to start the week. I'll quickly show you the water vapor satellite as well. You can see how well that approaching trough stands out, and that is going to be our weather maker for the next couple of days. The biggest impact will definitely be on temperatures. Here's a look at today's forecast highs. We're a far cry away now from the short but intense heat event from a couple days ago. And we're not done dropping the temperatures yet. Tuesday will be the coolest day of the week with some very cold numbers for this time of year. Valley highs will be only in the mid-60s to low 70s. Minimum humidity will be mainly in the 20 to 40% range away from the drier deserts and more humid coastal areas today and Tuesday. We have quite a bit of wind out there this morning as well. Here's a look at the current wind observations with the wind gust values shown in red. You can see a number of west to northwest wind gusts in the 35 to 55 mile per hour range. And that's going to stay the theme as this trough moves through. Westerly winds of 20 to 40 miles per hour with gusts to 60 miles per hour and locally even higher will continue to surface across the wind-prone mountain ridges and through the desert passes all the way through Tuesday night, with generally breezy conditions pretty much across the board the next couple of days. This trough does not have a ton of moisture associated with it, at least for our region. Troughs this time of year very rarely do. Nonetheless, some light showers are likely along the Monterey County coast today, and scattered shower and isolated thunderstorm activity is expected across the Central Sierra from this afternoon through Tuesday evening. Accumulations will be mainly a quarter inch or less through Tuesday evening, but could be up to a half inch or locally higher across the Central Sierra in any thunderstorms. In addition, a very deep marine layer will develop tonight into Tuesday morning, likely producing some drizzle and light showers with some light measurable rain amounts in the Southern California foothills and lower mountains. Heading through the rest of this week, the deep troughing pattern from early this week will be replaced by a weaker troughing pattern for the mid and late week period. But take a look by the upcoming weekend as yet another one of these unseasonably deep Pacific troughs looks to barrel into the west coast, likely bringing another significant cool down and potentially some moisture for the upcoming weekend. As the troughing temporarily weakens later this week, a steady warming trend is expected Wednesday through Friday, with temperatures rising near to a little above normal by Thursday and Friday. Valley highs will return mainly to the upper 70s and 80s. Humidity will trend slightly lower, though not dramatically so. And winds will be lighter Wednesday through Friday, but still with some west to northwest breeziness across the ridges and passes. So overall, it looks like some nice and seasonable spring weather during the back half of this week. But as that next deep trough pushes in, significant cooling is then expected over the weekend, along with another round of strong westerly winds. At least some scattered light shower activity looks likely as well, with some modeling even indicating potential for some more substantial rain amounts. So the beat rolls on with roller coaster weather, but continuing to favor the cooler and wetter side of things overall. Heavier dead fuel moistures will mostly be on steady or rising trends this week. Most classes of live fuels remain highly unreceptive to burning, and live fuel moistures are generally well above normal despite our overall dry winter, thanks to all the late season moisture that we've gotten. As a result, large fire potential will be quite low this week due to the cooler and more humid conditions, though a large grass fire will still be possible during the afternoon hours where breezy and marginally dry conditions exist. But given the high live fuel moistures across the region and the continued late-season moisture events we're seeing, we are likely still at least a few weeks away from having to worry about more than the grasses in terms of significant fire activity. That's it for today's webcast. Thanks for joining us. The next one will be on Tuesday, May 13th.